Hey, y'all want to know how to make over $10,000 a day? Stay tuned.
This life, normal paths are not to be driven. We're too busy. I got my own dreams and ambitions. Everything I want, I'll bring to fruition. I'm my own boss, yeah, I make my own decisions. My father speaks through me, through my intuition. And when he speaks, you best believe I'ma listen. A tunnel vision when I get up in the zone. What I want, I manifest to being on my own. And all I need is my creator's permission. Then he gave it to me when he gave me the vision. I'm made in his image. Yeah, we weren't made to just exist, y'all. We were made to create.
Hello, 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 beautiful people. It's your girl Michelle here. Let me see. Maybe I have to hold this the whole time. But it's your girl Michelle here. And I just wanted to take this time out to share with you guys and encourage you that, well, first, let me show y'all. I'm wearing my mom shirt because this mom flips. Let me tell y'all, this mom flips. So I wanted to take this time out, y'all. I had to get focused on where the camera was to talk to you guys. But I wanted to encourage you guys that anything you set out to manifest, you can achieve it. You can draw it to you. You can accomplish it. Anything you set out to achieve, of course, with the help of the Father. I don't know what everybody believes, but I believe in the Father, and I'm going to acknowledge him at all times, okay? So with that being said, I wanted to share with you guys how in just 4 little days, I grew my wealth by at least $40,000, possibly more, and $17,000 of which is easy to liquidate and cash in hand, okay? So let me tell you guys what I did. I used creative financing. If you know anything about me, or creative real estate investing, if you know anything about me, I'm an investor. And I got properties using different strategies, okay? The first property was I marketed, and the first person who offered me a property offered it at offered the property at he wanted, I want to say, $22,000 for the property. And I shot him what I had in cash that I could throw at the property, which was a very low amount. And he shot me down, you guys. He told me no. So I thought quickly and I said, okay, clearly this person wants a certain price. So I came back and I said, look, I will give you the price that you want, provided you give me the terms that I want. I will give you this amount down. You sellerify the property for me for a certain amount of time, and I will pay you the amount that I want per month. And he says, okay, cool. But y'all, I had I had to go. My family was taking a life-changing trip to Orlando. If anybody's watching this who attended that event, you know what I'm talking about. I had to take that trip. So I put the guy on hold. I told him my family's going to Orlando. We'll be back on this particular day. Got down there, was loving it, and I actually had to call the guy up and say, I'm sorry. I'm actually coming back 2 days later than what I anticipated. So he was cool with that. But I got back just in time, and literally just in time. Like, I was so, things were going so well down there business wise that I literally had to drive straight through to the deal the next when I got there. Okay. So got there and I toured the property, and it was not what it looked like when I set my offer. So I went through the property and I had to renegotiate in all essence. And I kept the price almost to where he wanted. And I kept the monthly payments almost to what I said. And I gave him a little bit less than what I wanted. So this property on the open market, y'all, this is Mississippi. So Mississippi properties are a lot less. I think this property is probably valued at about 28,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, nothing wrong with it. It needs fresh paint inside and out. Um, Fresh paint inside and out. And the back porch sits high. The back porch had a little place that needed to be reinforced, and the yard was completely trashed. But I got my nephew, and I told him, "Hey, give you $50, $100, whatever." He didn't even finish everything. I ended up, I think, paying him like $30 or something like that, for a little portion of the yard because it's a huge yard. Sits in the middle of town, but it's secluded, so everybody likes the location. But I sold it let's see, 2 or 3 days later, probably. Well, we signed the contract yesterday, but it was gone 2 days later, okay? So I got rid of the property 2 days later. I took the money and I just had to do the contract the day after. But I got rid of the property at $1,500 more than what I gave the guy. So I had to give him, I give y'all my numbers. I gave him a couple $1,000s down, and I actually received $3,500 down from the tenant I put in there. Now I put her in there off of rent to own because I didn't want to have to manage this property, y'all. So I put her in there with $3,500 off of rent to own, and I ended up paying the guy, or telling the guy I would pay him $275 a month. I ended up charging my tenant $700 a month, and so I'm still set to make, I want to say $425 or something like that a month off that deal. So there you go. And there's a $15,000 early payoff. So even if this person just paid me off all at one time, I'm set to make $15,000. If she defaults, then I'll put the next tenant in there off the same amount. There's an endless amount. She has a monthly credit of a certain percentage. So she's on a 9.5-year term, you guys, just to put things into perspective. Really set to make a lot of money off this property. Then, simultaneously from the same marketing, before I left, I had a lady call me who had a mobile home and the land to it, at a nearby park that is very close to the city. Now, I said that for a reason. It's in the county. Now, in this city and state, okay, you guys, I'm back. So the second property was actually land attached to a mobile home in the outskirts of the city. And as I previously mentioned elsewhere, and probably here, it's been some time since the recording, but the county, the land is situated in the county, and where I live, there are no zoning and ordinance taxes in this county and city. So, I'm sorry, in the city, but in the city and state that I live in, the county portion, there are no zoning and ordinance laws for the county. So you can literally do whatever you want. So what I decided to do was get this land and put campers and rent them out, because they rent for about the same amount as a 2-bedroom house in my area. So I really wanted the land. I gave her literally in the end about $2,000 to walk. I then separated the land from the mobile home and sold the mobile home the following day or 2 days in the end. I got the down payment the following day of like $2,500, and then the next day I got another $6,500 on it. So in total, I got $9,000 from the mobile home, and the tenant is on a contract to pay $350 a month. So that plus the extra $1,500 that I got on the first deal, and the value of the land at about $9,000, that's about $17,000 that I have cash in hand and easy to liquidate in just 4 days. Plus the house, the value of that contract, that deal, that house, I have at least $40,000 of grown wealth. Sorry, y'all, got to get used to focusing on the camera. But I have at least $40,000 in grown wealth in 4 days, possibly a ton more. And I'm not saying this to brag, you guys. I'm saying this to be encouraging. Anyone can do it. You don't need a special license. You don't need any special education. Well, you do. I mean, education on how to do it, but no special licenses or going to traditional school or colleges for a certain amount of time. Y'all, stay tuned. Get with me and let's learn some creative real estate investing. It's your girl, Michelle.